All right, recording has started. I didn't hear an audible notification about it, but I believe it has started. And this is the December 9th, 2025 Rook Community Meeting. So let's hop on into it and catch up with everybody, starting with our milestones. Let's see. So when was the last one here? Oh, sorry, we canceled because of KubeCon. So it's been a little bit since we've gotten a chance to catch up. So we've got a number of patch releases since we met last to take a brief look at here. So let's just start with the oldest ones first. See what's in there. Anything big in here?
Yeah, I think that was that'd been the the first 1.17 release in maybe 6 weeks. And so just catching up on a few of those things. I don't remember anything really urgent, just getting a few fixes out there that are nice to have.
Yep. Sounds good. And we don't have are we so thinking about a date for 1.17.10, or whether we don't have anything pressing or urging for it either?
I don't think there's anything
Nothing
backported
here.
currently, so I don't think we would currently we don't need another release, but we'll see. Something could come up, of course. It's still within our support time
Yep.
frame, I'd say, for the next month at least, or definitely until we get out 1.19.
Yep, for sure. All right. Let's take a look then at 1.18.7 and dot .8 as well. Similar backports from the
Yeah.
last 1.17 we looked at.
Yeah, pretty similar. Um, I mean, these were before the Thanksgiving holiday, so I can't remember anything that happened back then.
Yep. Why would you? This one,
Yeah. Or this one was
much more
after the
recent.
holiday, I guess. But
Yep. Much more recent.
um, yeah, just getting the usual fixes out. Oh, 1.18.8 did add support officially for Sub Tentacle. So that is maybe one to note that I put in the
Let's take a
yeah,
quick look at
in
the.
the Slack release notes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we've had the support or running tests against Tentacle for a few months, I think. But since they finally released it 2 or 3 weeks ago, now yeah, we just added the official support for running Tentacle.
Nice. And then that's remained stable as well too, since with the official release, like no issues being reported by the community or anything.
Yeah, not that I've heard of. So
Good.
there's one issue, CSI issue that is related to Tentacle that not clear if it's blocking issues yet. I'll talk about it later in the notes.
Okay.
But so far, it's looking good.
Alrighty. Great. Okay, then no planned backports as of the current moment right now that we have. But let's take a look at the project board.
I was just going through the project board. It needs more cleaning up. I didn't quite finish it. There's most of these things in the no status column, probably. Just we'll move to the 1.19 board. And uh, yeah, I'll finish cleaning this up today, hopefully.
All right.
There's no blocker issues for 1.18, I would say. And we're just in maintenance. We're still backporting things pretty liberally to 1.18.
Excellent. All right.
And I just haven't
So
thought of a date for the next release. It was just last week we released. So maybe we release next week, or maybe we just wait till January. We'll see what backwards end up coming up this
yeah,
week.
exactly. See what the delta is and if there's anything meaningful to ship. Okay, so then 1.19 though, upcoming interesting things going on there. So let's first take a look. I guess let's go with the beta, the RC sort of candidate there. Let's see.
Yeah. No real release notes, but we
Yeah,
tagged
no
it,
notes yet.
created the branch on Friday and tagged it. So
Yep. Okay. Let's take a look at
yeah,
project board then.
everything we're merging now, pretty much we're also back according to 1.19, just getting things in place ready for the release. But at this point, since the branch is created, I mean, master could diverge.
Huh. Is a
What are you getting
Travis, do you
104?
do you get a 404 for this? Because I always do community meetings with a logged out account, so perhaps the visibility of the board is set to private or something. That could be a reason for that.
Let's see. Yeah, it must be it. Let me look at the visibility for it. Um, where- Visibility. Oh, yep, it's set to private. What do you know? Dragon.
What do you know? All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, we're getting some content here.
Not as much content as I was expecting.
Do you see more issues on the board with a logged in account?
Yeah, are you in project/11? Try
I'm
11,
on
I
10.
think.
Okay,
Yeah,
11.
yeah, try 11.
Huh.
Okay, that's
Okay,
the
yeah.
right one.
That's the one. All right, let me update the link in the dot here real quick.
Yeah, somehow
All
we
right, there
have
we go.
an old link there.
Make this a little
Okay,
bigger too, sorry.
great.
All right, so we got a couple blockers to note then.
So these, I just started. It still needs more cleaning up. I just adding things to the board, but the kind of our typical work items before a release is we need to get the next FCSI minor release and include that. So that's just the tracker ticket to do that. The next one there in blocking releases is just to update the upgrade guide, which is also our normal work item. So these are normal work items, no real blockers there, except one I'll talk about in a minute, which is not directly in this board. Uh,
Are
well,
there any like known concerns or worries for the upgrade process from 1 at 18 to 19 this time? Is there like any, migration steps or anything we know will be a challenge?
no, I don't think so.
Perfect. Great.
Click on this FCSI bug actually.
This
So
one
that,
here?
yeah, along with CSI, this is where there is a blocking issue that I just learned about this morning. So I added the comment there at the bottom.
This one?
Yeah. So I was talking to the CSI team this morning. They're investigating a SFFS issue with Tentacle, and the Tentacle tests. So the CI tests for SFFS in the CSI repo are failing. They're they're passing for squid and reef and um, like a couple of different configurations, but not for tentacles. So it looks like data is missing type of thing. So it's not clear yet to me if this is a CFFS issue where we need to fix from tentacle or if there's just a CSI bug that the CSI team could fix. So this is, since it involves data um, loss or missing potentially, when I'm treating this as a blocking issue currently. And after we understand it better, we'll see if it actually blocks us
And I
or if
like I
there's a
like the
workaround or whatever.
terminology. I like the terminology there, Travis. The data's not lost, it's just missing.
Just missing.
We'll find it. It's okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely sounds like a impactful issue. So yeah, having it as a blocker for further investigation and understanding sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah, and since I mean, if it's in Ceph, it'll take longer. If it's CSI, hopefully you can find it quick. Anyway, we'll have to see if it, with a blocker like this, we'll likely have to delay our 1.19 release till January. But hoping to have an update this week on root cause and all that, since it just came
Yeah.
up. At least I just learned about it.
Right. So because right now we're shooting for the 16th, but that could easily be backed up a bit, and then you're in holiday season.
Exactly.
Yep.
With
Okay.
with holidays, really the 16th or 17th is the last day I'd want to release before we take off for the holidays. And so if we still have the blocker, we'll wait till January. That's just the reality. I don't know if any urgency to ship. It's just always been our date to ship before the holidays. So we'll see.
Yep. I guess that's the extreme case of don't ship on a Friday afternoon, huh? Don't ship right before holiday break.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
Cool. Let's anything else on the board then? We've those are the two blockers there. One has a definite potential to delay the release.
yeah.
I think Spider-Man has this one covered. No problem there. We're not worried about that one. All right. Anything else like in backlog or in review there that's worth bringing up or something that we need to really keep eyes on?
Yeah. So my comments about those in review column So the NVMeOF support, we're pushing to get that in experimental mode for this release. So currently treating it as a blocker, but it looks like we're on track for that for next week. There's definitely some. ODED has a PR for that. It's getting close. That'll be a nice feature to have for experimental mode.
I think Blaine and I had a bunch of comments on there that haven't been addressed yet.
Yes, he does need to address all those. And I guess there are lots of comments, and I still need to review it, honestly. I've just been talking through it in huddles. But I guess you know, are some of those comments something we could do after we ship experimental mode? Or let's see. My goal is just to say, let's try and get it in experimental mode, at least in some form, even if manual steps and not ideal or testing is missing or something. But
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I think a lot of the comments that Blaine and I have aren't so much on as code quality as is it sort of design of what the interface should be. So,
okay.
for example, like right now, when you create an MVOF, it will automatically create a config map with a bunch of config values in it, and the intent is that the user could then go those values. And I've got concerns like, okay, well, if this was in the real deployment, somebody's going to want to create that config map in advance, and then if you want to change the format, and then it's kind of created its own templating format, is like you use at symbols or something because it then mounts it into the pod and does like shell interpolation. So it's got a bunch of stuff that's kind of like, is this really the interface that
That's
we want to get
strange.
wed to? Um,
Right. And even if it's just experimental, maybe that's not even what we want for experimentals. So
I think it depends on how experimental is. If experimental means we have absolutely no commitment to this interface whatsoever, and we're going to completely rechange it, then I think that's okay. But if there's going to be any pressure to sort of maintain, then I think maybe we want to make sure that we've gotten this fully thought out.
mhm. Okay,
Yeah, I think I agree with that pretty much spot on.
sure. And maybe we'll end up having more time too with the CSI issue delay anyway. So yeah, good points. And um yeah, let's see how it goes, I guess. And Oded, I know he's been working actively on getting things working end to end, kind of but it hasn't updated the PR for a bit. So we'll talk to him about getting that addressed. Yeah, okay.
Alrighty. Cool. Anything else on 1.19 then? Gotta.
And the other things are just kind of housekeeping with the CI, update the CI to support the latest Kubernetes versions. So Kubernetes 1.35 goes on track also to release next week. So that if we have 6 versions, that means 1.30 becomes our minimum version that we test against. And then just setting SEP Tentacle as the default Rook version and the base image and all that. Do want to understand that SFFS issue too before we merge that. Otherwise, yeah, the things in the backlog are, I don't think, urgent. It's just things to get to.
Yep. Yeah. So we have a fairly known set of things that we're concerned about and need to be addressed before we cut the real release. So things to follow up on, and we'll see how it goes until either we release or holidays come. Okay. Anything else for milestones? I think we've covered all of them so far. So we can probably move to the community topics.
Yeah.
All right.
The
Okay.
section on Ceph releases there.
Yeah, we touched on some of that.
Right. So just a note on V18 with Reef. We did remove that support for Reef from Rook 1.19. So I know, Josh, you had some concerns with that, and hopefully they get the new Squid release out soon that doesn't have blocking issues, so you can update to it. But at least for some time, we'll still support 1.18 with Reef. Yeah, 1.18. Anyway, hopefully that works for you. And yeah, Squid, I think it's been like 4 months since the last release, and they don't have a timeline for getting a new release. Yeah, we need 19.2.4 to get past those blocking RGW issues. And then Tentacle was just released a couple weeks ago. We talked about that. And V21 Umbrella theoretically is targeted for April, but with Ceph timelines, we'll see. To say it nicely.
TBD.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And then KubeCon submissions are in for all the maintainer track stuff and all the project benefits that we want to get.
Yeah, the usual maintainer talk and kiosk is what we're planning.
Nice. Have we not the lightning talk?
We've not done the lightning talk. Yeah, I don't know. It's on day 0 too, and I don't know. Do you think it's worth it? It hasn't felt like
I
it's
do.
worth it.
I honestly do. Because they're like that seems it's pretty well attended every time. There's like 800 people in the room normally. It's like a big ballroom. So it is definitely an opportunity for folks to sort of visibility on the project for sure. And it's like the effort is fairly minimal since it's only 5 minutes of content. So it could be pretty lightweight, pretty minimal, and then possibly 600 to 800 people seeing Rook and getting their eyes on Rook.
Okay. Yeah, I think a couple years ago when they started having those lightning talks, I submitted for it, and they was not accepted. Like, oh, why not? Well, I guess probably just had too many, so we should try submitting again, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth it for the cost benefits. There is pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
Don't let rejections of the past prevent you from future success. And it's surprising though, as a graduated project like that, a rejection for the lightning talk is quite surprising, actually.
Yeah, maybe I submitted it late, or they didn't have any slots left. I don't know.
Are you planning on being in Amsterdam yourself, Travis?
Oh, and I'm not actually planning on being there. We've got Subham and a couple other guys from our team, and then Devika and Artem are planning on it.
Nice.
From Klyso.
Cool. All right. No other agenda items here. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to bring up? All right. That seems like everything. So we got plenty of stuff to go before we get to the 1.19 release. Hopefully we can get that out before the holidays, but we will be prudent and not take any risks that we don't need to. So yeah, if we don't see each other, then everybody have happy holiday season, and good to see everybody today.
Thanks, Jared. It's good to have you here.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks.
great to be here.
Bye-bye. See ya.
See you, everybody.
Bye.